Rebel Yell Podcast, Trib Live High School Sports Network. Here to salute our Week 12 WPIAL Player of the Week. We do so with the thanks to Edgar Snyder and Associates. They're kind of helping promote our postseason coverage, not only in the fall, but also coming up in the winter and in the spring. Edgar Snyder, go local, go with Edgar, helping injured people since 1982, and we thank them for sponsoring all of our playoff coverage on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Marques Council Jr., what a performance for the Aliquippa Quips, leading the Quips to yet another WPIAL championship. He is kind enough to join us. He is our Week 12 Player of the Week. Marques, thank you for joining us, and congratulations on all your success.
Thank you, Don. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So let's talk about the big game. The big game on Saturday. Harvard beats Penn to win another Ivy League championship. What say you?
You
weren't expecting that, were you?
No, not at all. But
yeah.
Hey, I'm repping.
That's right. You're saying right now, Harvard, enjoy it, get it out of the way, because all your fun. I think they've won 3 straight Ivy League championships now. It's going to come to an end, right?
It really doesn't matter how many they won, because we're coming for the throne.
Let's start there. We'll get to the championship game in the season. Going to Yale, that is awesome. Any player from the district that can combine, because I was no good at athletics and I was no good at academics. So, I mean, when I see a player that can do well and thrive in both enough to get the interest of an Ivy League school, that is something special. Obviously, you take your academics very seriously. Just talk about that, your focus. You obviously have been blessed with great athletic talent, but just a lot of players sometimes lean on that, but you have also made sure that you've kept up academically.
Yeah, just coming from a place like Aliquippa, we're real big on football, but sometimes you got to really check in with reality and understand that football isn't promised. Football isn't an everyday thing. Anything can happen at any given moment.
Sure.
And my parents were real big in school. They were honor roll students, and my family they take grades very serious. So that's just the biggest part for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you know what you want to kind of get into as far as your studies are concerned?
No, sir, not yet. I'm still undecided.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be following you, not only from the football standpoint, but also hoping that whatever you decided to do, that you'll do it as well as you do everything else, it seems.
Yeah.
So the season, it's been an interesting one. Aliquippa, their 21st WPL championship. I've been around for a lot of them. And most of the time, the recipe is just go out and dominate everybody.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case this year. You guys had your ups and downs as a team. Even some of your victories, they were nail biters to the end. Just talk generally, before we talk about your season in particular, but just generally the season and the unique campaign it was for the Quips.
I honestly feel like this is our one of our best seasons we've had so far because of how far we came and how much adversity we've overcame.
Sure.
A lot of people doubted us, and we continue to prove people, show people up and show them that they're wrong. They shouldn't be doubting us. So yeah.
That has to probably make what happened on Saturday even more rewarding.
Yeah.
McKeesport was the favorite. There's no question about that. That's no disrespect to Aliquippa, but the Tigers, once Keemon Spell got healthy, they were a different team, and they were the team to beat.
Yeah.
But that's probably, again, you have been on Quip teams that you've been the favorite. You've had the target on the center of your chest. Little different going in as an underdog?
Honestly, not as much. We knew that people had it out for us, and we knew that people wanted McKeesport to win. But like at the end of the day, we're Aliquippa, so we just gonna do whatever we got to do to win.
What was the reaction? Kimon Spell, he's one of the best from the district, and
Yeah, for sure.
he's only a junior, so he's going to get better.
Yeah.
Rips off a 66-yard touchdown run early in the game. Just what was the general feeling on the Quip sideline after that happened?
Um, we knew that we were gonna be okay, especially me. When it happened, I was under the tent watching film because we got the ball first, so I was just seeing what we could fix, seeing what we could correct, and seeing what I could correct myself. So I turned around and I see he's breaking a long run, and I just put the tablet down and put my helmet on, like it's time to go out there and
Yeah.
score. Which we drove down the field and did. But us as a team, we knew that we were gonna be okay.
Our team of the week this week was Laurel. Coach Brian Cooper, we had on our podcast talking about their big upset on Friday of Fort Cherry, the number one team in Class A. And the same thing. Matt C goes on a long touchdown run, but Laurel answered, fought right back, and that's exactly what you guys did. Heck of a performance on the scoring run that put you guys up 7-6. Just talk about that play, how it developed, and did you have to go back and look to see exactly how you did it? Because man, you had more moves than May West on that one.
Yeah, it was just all the play calling, trusting my offensive coordinator, trusting that he knows what he's doing, he knows what he sees, and he knows what he's calling, and just trusting in my ability and my players' abilities. So yeah, pretty much it.
Yeah, you took off into traffic, and it looked like you were like, I think you had enough for the first down, and you almost like were okay. Maybe I should get down, and then you saw the middle of the field open, and that's where you headed and ended up getting in.
No,
Um,
I had it in my mind the whole time that I wanted to score. I just had to break free. I just had to break free.
it's. I mean, you want to score almost any time you tuck and run, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But when that happened, you're in the end zone to tie the game, and then you guys add the extra point. Again, if there was any concern after the Spell touchdown, when you returned to the sidelines, it had to be great jubilation.
Yeah, for sure.
What I mean, you're pumped up. How does that feel when you see your efforts? And again, I ask folks to go back and check the highlights. It was a Herculean effort on the touchdown run. But when you see what that does to all your teammates, gets them pumped up, how does that feel?
It feels great. It brings life back into us as a team. It gives our defense confidence to go out there and shut them down, which they did, and we ended up going down to score again.
That's right. You guys took the lead. Well, it was 7-6. You guys were already up by one.
Yeah.
You extend the lead to 14-6. Your first of two touchdown passes to Josh Lay. Just talk about that drive and then that short touchdown pass.
It all started when I threw the little 5-yard out route to Cleaster Longmire. He made a great play for us, got us all the way down in the red zone, and then after that, it just became film study to me. On the play where I threw it to Josh, I saw they were in cover two, and I knew that the corner was gonna bite when we ran our play. So that was I just had to get the ball over his head, and it was a touchdown.
Spell scores again before the half. So you guys go into the locker room up 14-6. You're probably, as you mentioned earlier, when Spell scored the first touchdown, you're sort of focused on what you need to do in the next offensive series. But any glance that you had, it had to be pretty impressive what you saw your teammates doing on the defensive side of the ball throughout the game.
Yeah. Yeah, when we went into the half, we were up 14-12, and Coach Mike really just told us, like, just don't do anything dumb. We're gonna keep playing our game. We're gonna keep, stuffing them, running the ball. We just gotta play smart, take care of the ball, don't turn it over, stuff like that.
Yeah. great belief in your defense that they would get it done because they totally shut down McKeesport in the second
Yeah,
half.
yeah.
So it's still a tight game going into the fourth quarter, and then you gave yourself some great breathing room, and for all intents and purposes, put it away. Khalil Good, who did a wonderful job in your stead when you were out at quarterback, is back at his natural position at wide receiver. 24-yard touchdown pass again, touch on the drive, and then that scoring pass.
Yeah. It was, I don't know. It was just a beautiful play, you know. I had all my trust in that throw. Some people like to say that I just threw it up, wishing and hoping, but I knew what I was doing. I knew I knew what I was doing. You know, when you see 14 down there, no matter who's around, you got to give him a chance, and he just made a great play for us. It was just a great team win overall. But that defense definitely won the game for us.
Did that remind? Because I heard, it's funny you say that, because I heard some people say the same thing about one of the prettiest touchdown passes I've seen all year. It was the 38-yarder to Josh in the Trinity game that gave you guys the victory 21-14. I thought it was just an incredible pass and catch and touchdown. Was it sort of similar?
Yeah. But it was just a lot of film study that came with that too. We knew that they were gonna come out and double Khalil. So all I had to do was just look the safety off, and there was Josh one-on-one with a overhang. So yeah.
As we talked about earlier with your academics, the word study doesn't scare you. You embrace it. You don't run and hide from it.
Yeah.
So on the football field, same thing. Do you embrace being a student of the game?
Yeah, for sure. You can ask any of my coaches. I ask a lot of questions. If I don't understand, I'll ask. But I'm a quick learner. I'm a fast learner. So yeah.
And it helps that you've been around the game your whole life, right? Your dad was a tremendous quarterback in his own right in the early part of this century for Aliquippa, was part of a Quips WPIAL championship game, went on to Toledo. So that had to help. What kind of influence was he on your career, even before you reached high school?
He was a big influence. He's real big on basics. You know, all the razzle and dazzle stuff y'all see me do now is it didn't come from him. That's stuff that I kind of picked up on my own. But all the basic stuff that definitely came from him. He's real big on basics.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, when you come down right to it, football, we like to, especially, we goofy people in the media will like to, try to pick things apart, but it really comes down to the basics: running, tackling, blocking, just the basics of everything. You as quarterback really appreciate good line play. It helps with your run game. It also helps when you drop back, giving you the time to do what you want to do. Just talk a little bit about the Quips and their offensive line play, not only in the championship game against McKeesport, a very good defensive line, but just really all season long.
Our line did a great job. Has been doing a great job all season. You know, our line is young, but not as young as it was. But they do the best that they can to the best of their abilities, and that's all that I can ask for. You know, I don't ask too much of them. They get their job done. I can't thank them enough. You know, they're a great line. I got all my faith in them. They got all their faith in me.
Yeah, it's you almost sound like a coach there. It's like, you kind of know what you have.
Yeah.
And you don't expect to go from a big blob of clay to like an all pro in a couple short months. It's growth, right? And if they're young players and they're getting better, that's really all you can ask, right?
Yeah, they have definitely, from week 1 to whatever week this is, they have definitely improved.
Yep. It was a interesting season for you. You were having a phenomenal season when you got hurt in week 5, I believe it was, in a game against
Penn Hills.
Penn Hills. Yeah, you missed the Newcastle game. Oh, by the way, the Penn Hills game, that is probably a finish that you will never forget. What a great finish that was, right?
Yeah.
Yep, the walk-off touchdown pass. Won it for you guys, a thriller over Penn Hills. You missed the loss against Newcastle. You come back against West Allegheny, and you get injured. And what we thought was a season-ending injury. Just talk about what the injury was, and was there a point in time where you thought you might not be coming back?
So the injury, I had a torn meniscus. But I honestly knew that I was still gonna have a chance to play, because I'm a strong believer in God. So I just
Right.
prayed and prayed and prayed and kept talking to God. He told me that it was gonna be okay and that I was gonna get my shot and I was gonna be able to come back. And thankfully, it all worked out on His timing. Though,
Yeah.
I didn't rush it. I stayed patient. I did what I was supposed to do. So yeah,
What percentage do you think you're playing at right now?
right now, 100. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good.
So that's nothing that, once the season's over, you're going to have to get it checked out. It's pretty much a thing in the past.
Yeah, I would like to think so. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
All right. All right. Awesome. Put your trust in God, and good things will happen. So that's good stuff. So you come back against Trinity, you have the game-winning touchdown, you get the revenge against Newcastle. What were you doing while you were out, when you weren't playing? Were you almost like another assistant for Coach Warfield?
In a way, but not really. He was still just looking at me as like a leader. A leader, starting quarterback. He
Sure.
was not really wanting me to get in his way, stuff like that. But
Right.
he would allow me. He would allow me to still lead, talk to the guys, stuff like that. Just be there for
Right.
my team.
Share some knowledge.
Yeah.
Did you embrace that this year, the role of the leadership role?
As a starting quarterback. So this year, going into that offseason, I definitely, stepped it up.
Do you consider yourself a vocal leader?
More so this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not out there talking trash, are you?
No.
Who's the biggest trash talker on your team?
I don't know. We don't really have trash talkers. We just have
That's
guys.
good.
We just have guys that want to win. So, like heat of the moment.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna have, boys are gonna be boys, right? But
Yeah.
that's good. Coach Warfield, he's not putting up with that trash
No,
talking
not
stuff,
at all.
right? That's the old state cop in him. He's not gonna put
Not
up
at
with
all.
any of that kind of crap. And there's a reason. I mean, there's a reason why this program has been so successful in capturing your 21st championship. That's got to be pretty neat, right? The whole experience, your dad lived through it. Now you're living through it, of playing for Aliquippa and participating and being a big part of a championship run. The names are just, incredible. You could spend an entire podcast just running down all the great names. And now, knowing that your name is kind of etched in that legacy, that's got to be a pretty neat feeling.
Yeah. It's a beautiful feeling.
So the season's not over. You guys
Not
got
at
to
all.
come down. It's probably easier for you guys because you're so used to winning, but you still got to go to work now into the PIAA playoffs. You'll be taking on District 10 champion Oil City. Here's the trivia question, my friend, for you. What is the nickname of Oil City? If you get this, I will be so impressed.
What is the nickname of
What is the nickname? Now, I'll give you a hint. Okay, it's Oil City is the name of the high school.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of similar to what your team's nickname is. The Quips.
The Oilers?
Very good. Wait a second. The crowd goes nuts. The crowd thrilled with your success. Here we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. Marques gets it. The Oil City Oilers. Um, yeah, he's going to just keep going. He's so excited for you. Um, so you just won the championship. We're recording this on Sunday, so you haven't really had much of a chance. But do you know anything about them?
Yeah, I actually came home and started doing my
Look at
research.
you! Look at you! Nice.
Yeah, yeah, it feels great to win a WPIAL championship, but we're chasing bigger and better things.
That's right. You got to win 3. Quarterfinals are coming up this weekend against Oil City. Oil City, who did they just knock off? They just knocked off Punxsutawney, 47-14. So they got some guy. They can put some points on the board. So
yeah, I think their record's like 10-1.
10-1, very good.
Yeah.
Look at you. Do you see yourself? Again, we talked about you're not sure what direction you want to go in with your studies and career wise, all that. Could you see yourself someday coaching? You seem to really have a darn good head on your shoulders for the game.
I couldn't see it, but if that's what God decides for me, then I'm all for it. I love football, I love sports, so I wouldn't mind at the end of the day.
What other sports? You're on the basketball team.
Yeah.
We're a part of that run to. Yeah, you guys lost to South Allegheny in the finals last year, so there's the chip on the shoulder for this year, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What anything else
Um,
that you played at Aliquippa?
it wasn't at Aliquippa, but I played baseball when I was younger. I ran track when I was younger. So
you don't run track now?
No.
Baseball, you gave why'd you give that up?
It was just like something I just wanted to test out. I played it for a year, didn't really like it. So
all right, that's cool.
Mainly because I wanted to be a pitcher. They wouldn't let me. They put me in the outfield because my arm was so strong.
Well, if your arm's so strong, you should be a pitcher, right?
I don't know.
That Quips baseball team needs some help, dude. You may
No,
want to
it wasn't.
consider that.
It wasn't. It
No,
wasn't.
I know. You said it was before high school, but I'm telling you that they could use a good arm. Come on, man. Think about it.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's fair. So, and plus, by the spring, you're going to be gearing up for the next portion of your life at Yale. Why did you choose Yale, by the way?
It just felt like home. Like this blue and white felt like this red and black. So,
all right,
yeah,
and that's in Connecticut, correct?
Yes, sir. New Haven.
There you go. You're not going to become a Patriot fan or anything, are you?
Nah.
All right. Are you black and gold fan? Steeler fan?
No, sir. I don't really have a favorite team, but I have a favorite player. So, like, wherever this player goes, I guess I would like that team. But it's
all right. Who's your favorite player?
Lamar Jackson.
No.
You don't sound like you're a fan. It's all right. It's okay.
You'll be okay. You'll be all right. Lamar, you can't. I mean, God, and he's a good dude too. So I mean, it's hard to root against him, but I've been wearing these colors my whole life, so I gotta root against him. But it would be nice to see him win it all before all is said and done. And that's a tough road with the Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen's constantly in the way. But but we'll see. I mean, he's healthy now. Are they going to come back and make the playoffs and make some noise?
I would like to think so. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's talk. We got Thanksgiving coming up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Do you guys have a traditional Thanksgiving meal?
As a team?
No. As a family.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite? And you can name 2 if you want. Thing on the Thanksgiving Day table that you are headed to right away to load up on your plate, and what is the thing that you want no parts
of? Okay. So one thing that I absolutely must have on my plate is some mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
If I don't got that on my plate, something is wrong. Like honestly.
Now
And
that sounds like something like most meals, not just Thanksgiving.
it listen,
All
I
right.
gotta have it on my plate. Now there's two things that can't even come close to my plate. And that's deviled eggs and potato salad.
You want no parts of those.
At all.
Yeah. Do you like macaroni salad?
I've never had it. I
Okay.
didn't even know
You
that was a
don't
thing.
like potato salad.
No.
Oh. So how are you with the cranberry?
What do you mean?
The cranberry sauce. You know that looks like Jello but tastes like
I don't
crap.
think I've ever had that either.
All right, stay away from that. You've lived a good life then thus far. But you're good with the turkey,
Yeah.
stuffing,
Yeah.
mac and cheese.
Yeah.
All right. What if a little gravy? You put some gravy on the potatoes and the
No.
turkey? No, no gravy.
No gravy.
Okay.
I'm a hot sauce guy for my turkey. You know, turkey and ham, you gotta have some hot sauce.
All right. So you're putting some hot sauce on, and some gets on the macaroni and cheese. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
I love hot stuff. So it's like some people might think it's disgusting, but you know, as long as it's not like all over my mac and cheese, it's all right.
Now, have you ever sat down? They have those little hot wing challenges or whatever, where
Yeah.
you eat 10 pieces of 10 hot wings, and each one has a different level of heat that you
Intensity,
put
yeah.
on. Yeah, you've done one of those.
No, sir.
Do you think if there were 10 levels, you think you would hit all 10?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly do.
I tried it once, and while I'm not a very big spicy guy, I can take a little heat. I think I got to 6 and I was tapping out. No, no mas, no
I
mas.
I love hot stuff, man. I grew up eating hot stuff.
What are you a big breakfast guy?
Um, it honestly depends. It honestly depends. If my
Okay.
granddad's cooking it though, then yeah, I'm all for it.
What's granddad's specialty?
Bacon.
And just bacon?
Bacon.
Now,
He makes some real good pancakes. Now I don't really know what he does to them, but they're just like the best pancakes I've ever tasted.
all right, that's fair. So the bacon, do you like it? Does Granddad make it crisp, or does he make it like
Crispy.
like
I can't
rubbery?
have flimsy bacon.
That's good
Gotta be
thought.
crispy.
Yeah, you pick up a piece of bacon, and it better crumble in your hands,
Yeah.
because if you pick it up and it's just like flying in the wind, no good. Can't have that rubbery stuff. Favorite meal? If you had a favorite meal beside mac and cheese, like you can't have it. What's your favorite? Like if it's your birthday, when's your birthday? What month? You don't have to tell me the date. What month?
August.
Okay, so hot summer's day. Marques celebrating a birthday, and a bunch of people get together and say, "We're going to take you out for your favorite meal. Where are you going? What are you having?"
Okay, now I'm either gonna get chicken Alfredo, a seafood boil, or I'm gonna go to Ichiban.
All right, all right. The chicken Alfredo I like. I'm not a big seafood guy, but the chicken Alfredo, that's good stuff. You a pizza guy?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite topping?
No, I don't like. I just like plain cheese.
Do you like the typical circle pizza, cut in triangles, or do you like the square pizza?
I would say square.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with square.
yeah, yeah. And thick crust or thin crust?
Both. I don't really have a.
Okay,
I like both.
just serve it up, right?
Yeah.
Serve it up. All right. And do you have a favorite snack? It could be a salty snack. It could be a sweet snack.
I'm not too big on snacks, but if
that's smart. I am, and I have the gut to show it. So good for you. But if you had to have something,
if I had to say, I would probably say. Wait, hold on. I actually got them right here.
Hold
on. These.
Oh yes. That's got the hot cheese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You do love the hot stuff. Marques, great getting a chance to chat with you.
Yes, sir.
Great season. Ups and downs, just like your team, but in the end, at least to this point, up is the direction the Quips are headed into the PIAA quarterfinals against Oil City, a 21st district championship with the victory over number 1 seed McKeesport. Congrats! Oh, let me before I wrap it up, I would be foolish for those who don't know. Let's give you a taste of what Marques did in that championship game. 9 of 14 passing, 123 yards, 2 touchdown passes, which we talked about. He also ran for 47 yards, including some in spectacular fashion with a touchdown run. Big part of the Quips' victory over McKeesport, 21-12. Marques, all the best. Great. Stay healthy. And best of luck over these next 3 weeks.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Don.
Marques Council Jr., the WPIAL Week 12 Player of the Week. We thank him for joining us. We thank our good friends at Edgar Snyder and Associates. Big thanks as well to producer Chris Lackner. I'm Don Rebel. We appreciate you joining us. Rebel Yell Podcast, Trib Live High School Sports Network.